great Biafrans, lovers of freedom all over the world. You're welcome back. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending your location. All right, this is very, very massive, and it's a very big win for our Prime Minister Simon Eba. At this moment, Simon Eba is getting world attention. Everything right now is working on his favor. Everything is working good for him at this moment in time. He's getting global attention from international communities, from organizations, from individuals that are right now calling for his immediate release from detention. Right now, Finland government is in a very big trouble. They're in a very big issue. Now, the world has already seen the truth about Nigeria's ruling class in a landmark decision recently in Canada. Court ruled that the Nigerian political leadership qualifies as a terrorist state. Their methods defined by bloodshed, state violence, and systematic oppression. Likewise, the Kenya judiciary exposed Nigeria's lawlessness when it condemned the illegal adoption of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, holding the Nigerian state accountable for cross-border kidnapping and gross human rights violations. These verdicts are not mere opinions. They are judicial facts recognized in open courts. They establish beyond debate that the Nigerian government operates as a terrorist entity, one that disregards borders, laws, and the most basic human rights. Now, let's come to Finland. Finland has chosen to openly side with this terrorist regime by prosecuting His Excellency, a freedom fighter, Prime Minister Simon Eba. Finland is not acting as a natural state. It is aiding and abetting terrorism. The moment Finland aligned itself with the Nigerian government's demands, it crossed the line from diplomacy into complicity. Barrister Aloy Ejimako recently posted verdicts from the High Court in Enugu leaves no excuse for Finland's action. That ruling reaffirmed the lawful right of the Biafran people to self-determination. It is a direct legal rejection of Nigerians' violent suppression of Biafran aspiration. Finland's choose to ignore this legal reality and instead empower Nigerians' hunt for Biafran leaders in an assault. It's an assault, not just one man. It is an assault on international law, justice, and the rights of an entire nation. So looking at it this way, if Nigeria is a terrorist state, then any government that aids, that supports Nigeria is also engaged in terrorism. Finland's hands are now stained with the same blood obara Nigeria spills daily in Biafra land. So at this moment in time, Finland is in a very big trouble because of all this. Finland government, they are out there supporting Palestinians and they are ready to accept Palestinians to acknowledge Palestinian as a state. The same thing they were doing supporting Ukraine that are fighting for their freedom from Russia. So why Finland government are not extending the same gesture to Biafrans? Why is Finland government detaining Simon Eba, who they know that Simon is fighting for the freedom, for the liberation of Biafrans that has been marginalized, oppressed for years in Nigeria? Why is it that Finland government is in support of Nigerian terrorist state up till now? Finland government will not tell me they are not aware of the current ruling by the Canadian courts that APC ruling party in Nigeria, they are terrorists. Finland cannot tell me, Alexander Trump cannot tell me that he's not aware of that. So why is he still now holding Prime Minister Simon Eba, detaining him? Because it means that Finland is supporting the terrorist state by detaining someone who is fighting for the freedom of his people to liberate his people from the hands of the terrorist state in Nigeria. By now, I thought that Finland will do the needful, do the right thing by releasing Prime Minister now. But it shows clearly that this man, Simon Eba, that is still in detention, the Finland government is up to something else. And that's why it's very, very clear and obvious that they are supporting the terrorist state of Nigeria. I said very soon, countries will start isolating themselves from Finland government for this act. Because you can see they are already isolating themselves from Nigerian government since that decision. From Canadian court, from Canadian government, labeling a ruling party, a government that is ruling currently in Nigeria as a terrorist organization. Who on earth would like to associate themselves with a country or a government that has been proscribed as a terrorist? The same thing is happening. I want to use Afghanistan, that is being ruled by Taliban at this moment in time. They have been isolated because some of the world powers and countries are seeing Taliban as a terrorist group. The same thing that is happening and will happen to Nigerian government. So why Finland is still supporting them and listening to them and believing in them? Because they are still holding our prime minister, a freedom fighter, based on the information that they got from a terrorist state. It does not make sense. So at this moment in time, Finland is in a very big trouble. We'll stop here. God bless you all. Bye.